Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
So I always say this. I think in music, I played music on the radio forever. Song just popped in my head. Came out in the 90s. Four Non-Blondes was the group. And the song is What's Going On? What? Hey. I say, hey, I can't sing. Hey, 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 what's going on? That's what we're starting today. Like, what's going on with our world? And I'm not talking about politics or anything like that. I'm just talking about what we're all feeling and how it probably connects with the planetary alignment and a lot of the, if you want to call it woo-woo stuff, but it's legit. We're going to talk about that today. And she has given me and so many others so much insight on this and more. She's the one behind Hello Future Healing, spiritual life coach. She is a shaman, Reiki practitioner, registered nurse, and she is also our professional of the year. Danielle Marie White is back with us. How you doing today?
I am doing wonderful.
I should have said, what's going on?
The energies have finally settled for me. The alignment, the integration. So a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, you went through some health stuff a couple of weeks ago. And I wasn't really sure what. I'm glad to see that you're back and everything's good. But was that part of the planetary alignment that was weighing heavy on you?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. And a lot of purging through sickness, old stuff that had to be released is how I view.
Which is pretty amazing because this is what you do to help others. Meanwhile, you were holding on to, call it energy that needs to get cleared out. Interesting. For you, and you run very deep with this stuff. We've had sessions before. You've told me things that there's nobody would even have known that have come to light. So I know it's all legit, but when it's you personally, I'm intrigued because this is what you do. You're aware of it. You're connected with your body. But this, even though you clear stuff out, you're aware of it, you still have challenges. And I find that kind of fascinating.
Oh, absolutely. We all have our own journey that we're walking on. And it's not I've done this work for so long and everything's fine. It's like an onion is the best way that I like to explain it, or a cosmic web, where everything's interconnected. And also, as you're processing, it's like peeling back layers of an onion. It's your growth through your journey. You are the mountain that you're climbing. So you may grow, but there may be something still here or something that we're attached to that we're holding on. Per se, our marriage, the relationship that we have with someone in certain aspects of how it is presently, but more higher energies are coming in and things become misaligned. And that opens the door for you to see things more clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start to see things more clearly, you have a choice to do nothing, even if it's staying someplace that's uncomfortably comfortable because you know what to expect. You have your finances, your security wrapped up in things, your identification in things. So things that you really hold on to that you're really not ready to give up and surrender completely. Does that make any sense?
It does. I get it. I feel it. Things that was holding on to even a couple of months ago, whatever they may be, call it a relationship, whatever. It's just like, here, take it, let it go. Let it go. It's okay to release certain things and to
not,
real.
oh, sorry.
I'm just and to realize that we're afraid of change. We fear, this stuff.
Mm.
But once you let it go, if it's going to be in your world, there's a reason it's going to be in your world. If you let it go and it, flies away, I don't know, what is that phrase? If you love something, set it free. If it flies back, whatever. It's kind of the
Right.
same thing. And I don't just mean relationships. It could be job. It could be anything.
It can be anything. And right now, a lot of people may be realizing that they're able to let go of and what addiction, which can be a habit
Hmm.
very
It's
easily.
so question.
Hmm.
We've said, and it has been said, that we create our own reality.
Correct.
So, however that phrase goes, the energy flows where the attention goes.
Yes.
So, let's say you are creating your reality. Let's go with that. And you're thinking about certain things you want in your life. I mean, vision board right on the wall, right over there. All of that. Um, but then you have this interplanetary situation. So you're trying to, let's say you're creating your reality. You realize you subscribe to that notion, but then you have this around you that's maybe getting in the way or not. I try to, process all that.
It can feel like it's getting in the way, but, and I'm going to go a little religious here, but we create our own reality. We were gifted the ability and the gifts, the only thing created with emotions and the ability to create. But we have two sides. We can create on our own using our own energy and ignoring God, the divine, the universe, however someone wants to look at it. Or we are actually co-creating, and that's how the things come through, and we don't run out of energy because we're not using our own energy. But when we're depending on only ourselves and our own energy, we can become sick, fatigued, tired.
Mm,
We can have strong areas of our life. Say if someone's really achievement oriented, their business can go really well, but then they can recognize that relationships could be very poor.
mhm. Would you say that the way the planets are aligned right now, and this is like the way things are set up here, and have recently moved, right? There's been a shift. We had a Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, all that going on. And the way it's set up now, it's like the first time in 100 years. Like it's a big deal, big deal. Would
Yeah,
you say that that's almost like click, the flashlight just came on and it's illuminating what's really going on in your life? It's not like the planets are controlling you. It's more of the flashlight, so the spotlight, if you will, so you can
yes,
see things a little clearer.
exactly. Things get clicked into place. And for me, my belief is God created the heavens, the stars, and the rotation. He created everything. We're all God particles. And I believe that the alignments,
Hmm.
there's hard aspects in your chart that not only would be the regular chart, but it would also flow into where your chart is. Those hard aspects are made for you to see things, gain clarity, move through the veil, to grow. Other aspects that aren't hard are beautiful, but they're all beautiful. That makes sense?
Hmm. It does, and I've never seen it this way. So I'm gonna repeat back what you said, maybe in layman's terms. I don't know.
Yeah, yes.
Um, Even if we take religion out of it, we have stars, we have planets. It's all going on up there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't deny it. Look at the tide. That comes from
Correct.
the moon. But now I see it in a different way, thanks to you, Danielle, that we view that thing up there, that sky, the galaxy, all of that, as that thing up there. And we're down here. We
Right.
can't do that. We are part of it.
Correct.
That's where I believe I don't want to say I went wrong, but I'm not getting now I'm getting it. We're all moving with it. We're all one in a way. Big
Yes,
way.
exactly. Exactly.
Hmm. Wow.
And
Um,
if you think about this too, the planet is made up of mostly water.
yep,
The moon affects the tides.
yep.
That's not the only thing. It also affects the water inside of us. We are made up of almost 90% of water in our bodies. So it's really important to stay hydrated because that's how energy flows through your body. But the moon also pulls on us. So if anyone out there, especially medical people, have realized that usually 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon, a lot of crazy stuff happens.
It's been documented. Talk to any medical professional, ER person, all of that. They're, oh my God, the crazies come out when it's a full moon.
Yes, but that's because the moon, when it's full, is illuminating things for people,
The spotlight.
the spotlight. And people have a choice whether to react or to respond to things. But a lot of us weren't taught how to actually process and how to feel. A lot of people, instead of being responsible for your energy or my energy, that could look like I'm upset, something has upset me, but instead of me looking internally at why something upset me, I'm going to blame that thing or that person.
Hmm. I don't, at this point in my life and this time, like literally these last couple of months with all these changes, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm doing me. So that's what
But
I need. What I need is what I need. And this is not egotistical. It's
no,
a project you work on with somebody else, a situation over here. If they're not riding your train, well, then find another train. That's really what it is.
yes, and people are all at different levels. So people like you who've been doing internal work and growing, your veil is a lot clearer. So things that aren't aligning to your frequency are going to be pushed out. You have the
Seems so.
choice. Do I want to accept this and keep repeating these cycles, or am I going to step into the new frequency and move forward?
Yeah. It's like feeling stagnant as opposed to freshness, opening the door. And it doesn't have to be like major changes. It's just a different approach, different way to look at things. And
Right.
I'm feeling my intuition much stronger. And there's certain things, little things floating out there where I'm getting a reading and I'm going with it. And I got to go with it. I got to respect it. Does it mean that things are going to go awry or issues? Not necessarily, but why waste time on it? I don't know if other people do this, but and we've said before that we all have intuition and we have
Mhm.
different levels of experiencing it depending on your life, your view, your distractions. I feel a lot of times like I'll get something intuitively and I know what it is. It's over here. I get it. But part of me is like, yeah, let's just go in and let's test it. And there's not like a major repercussion. But when I look back in the rear view, I say to myself, yeah, that's what you knew that what it was going to be. So why'd you have to test it? You just wasted time. Yeah, come on, dude. Don't do that. Now I'm like, oh, I don't waste time. This is what I feel. I'm going to go with it. That's that.
You may feel like it's wasting time, but the journey always has two paths, and you're always in divine timing. So even though you may get off the path, you always come back to the path.
Understood, but I'm feeling more, and it's not about me. I'm just expressing, thoughts and others may align with it. But instead of taking the long way, use your
Right.
intuition and take the short way. That's
Right.
it. And I can say that because I'll go against it and I'll just test it. and see what's kind of floating out there. Let's see, where this is going to go. But ultimately, if you just went with your intuition, you would have taken the short way, and that would have been, you're getting this, you go into the same place. It's just you want to get there shorter. I had somebody said this to me, and I want your feedback on it.
Okay.
So, uh, we talk about this thing called the universe, right?
Hmm.
Somebody said there is no universe. There's no thing around us called a universe. We are the universe. It starts within. We are the universe, and we put things out around us. And maybe the perception is that is this thing called the universe around us. My jury's still out, still processing. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are as within, so without, as above, so below.
Somebody just said that to me last night. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Wow. Um, Say that again and dissect it.
As within, so without. So dissecting that, it all comes from the internal part of you that's connected. And what you see outside of you is a reflection of what is internal.
Mm. The person that said that to me last night is also somebody I'm connected to. I shared in a men's group.
Mhm.
And a few weeks ago, with about 10 men in the room, and we all kind of, we know each other. Not closely, but we're aligned this way. But we know each of our personalities. We were tasked with going around the room and telling how we feel about the other person, that one, that one. Now the next one goes, and right around 10 times he said, and yeah, it was a little, maybe not mostly flattering because there were some things that might have been said. Well, I detect that you do this and you do that. Here's the good things. Here's the bad things. And then we're all done. It was revealed that the things that you're pointing out of somebody is really you.
Yes, it's what you see inside of yourself that the dislikes are the things that you are rejecting inside of yourself and you're not looking at. The positives that you see in someone are aspects
That you would want,
that you have,
that you have. Okay.
but they just aren't there yet. That
Interesting.
that makes sense?
It does. And does that mean that we gravitate toward certain people? I believe love everyone, but there are some people that you're more connected to. Is that because you see those qualities, your qualities in them, but you haven't even realized it in yourself yet?
Right. The people you really like and gravitate to, yes. But the people that you're really standoffish to, a lot of times is because they're reflecting something for you that is the part you want to look at for your blessing button, your activation.
Hmm. Got to process that. Yeah. Next
Because
time.
if there's no, it should be no response to what someone has to say or how they look or anything unless there's something inside of you. Does that make sense? Maybe.
Yes. And I feel the best way to really process that is to think about those people in your life and why you feel connected to them and why you don't so much. Why is it, why you might have some relationships and it's all good and they could be long time. They could be somebody you met, 3 years ago, whatever. But now you're looking at it differently. Now you're like, I thought that was kind of me. They were for me, that doesn't really fit me anymore. Why does that happen?
That happens because of the growth, the moving forward on the path. You're seeing things in a new perspective, a new light, because the lens that we look through is always from the life and our experiences we've had.
Hmm.
So I would challenge that by saying 3 years ago, as more positive things surfaced during that 3 years, that has opened your eyes to maybe I wasn't being my authentic self in some way, or I was self-sacrificing myself in some way, holding my words back, holding my feelings back, different
Mhm.
things like that.
Yeah, it's almost as if you see it in a different light.
Yes.
We mentioned the moon
Mm-hmm.
at this point in time. What's going on with the moon? I lose track. I don't do astrology. Where are we at?
The moon's going to be full on the 27th. But Pluto had just moved station direct for good in Aquarius for over the next 100 years. That is huge because it's releasing fear and oppression. So a lot of things are going to be coming to light
Hmm.
where things have not been done in integrity, but out of control, fear, financial gains, things like that. You're going to see it on small spectrums and large spectrums. A lot's going to
Wow.
be coming through. A lot of people could have been feeling different energies really strongly in the last 2 weeks, especially the last 3 days were really strong. Feeling fuzzy, feeling energy into the head, feeling tired, fatigued, changing to a healthier eating habit, even unknowingly, being
Hmm.
super thirsty, drinking lots and lots of fluids. Highly recommend water. That's what the body's
Wow.
craving. It's helping to process energies.
Hmm.
Interestingly, tomorrow there is an open door. And for those who are astrological,
Woo woo alert. Woo woo alert.
woo-woo alert, Saturn, the North Node, and Mercury are all at 26 degrees in the 6th house of Pisces. So that is a spiritual open door. So tomorrow, what that means is the next few days, you're going to want to get out and be around people. You're going to want to accept those invitations because there is going to be some divine intervention of people finding partnership, whether it's business, love.
Hmm.
It's going to be orchestrated in the highest of light.
Okay. People, you have one day
No,
only.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
It's
The door is open.
the door is wide open for the most amazing blessing.
I'm excited. Hmm. Uh, love what you do. Love how you present it. It's just genuine. It's the real deal. You can do, as we've done, sessions virtually. How do we connect with you?
HelloFutureHealing.com, and starting May 10th, Bold Brave TV. I will be hosting my own show and on Saturdays live at 11 a.m. And I am going to be taking live calls to assist people.
Wonderful. Um, all the best to you. Thank you for today. And
You.
just, now we know what's going on. What is going on? Truly appreciate you and your passion and all of it. Thank you for being here today.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.